Just a few hours, Brexit's going to be official. After a 2-year battle, Britain will formally leave the European Union at 11 p.m. local time, 6 p.m. Eastern. Pop queen Taylor Swift got political in 2018, and this week she released an anthem called Only the Young, urging people to vote and calling out President Trump. Oh, and another Democrat's out. John Delaney's been around Hill TV a lot promoting his candidacy. Today, Delaney suspended his campaign. On today's show, impeachment could be over today. The Trump administration plans to bulldoze Medicaid. And Trump and his campaign are invading Iowa as we head into the Democratic caucuses. Happy Friday. Happy Super Bowl. I'm Jamal Simmons. Here's why you should care. Impeachment could be over as early as today. That's what Republicans are hoping, at least. Democrats are crossing their fingers that enough Republicans will vote to bring witnesses forward before President Trump's impeachment trial is over. In order for this to happen, at least 4 Republicans would have to break ranks with their party and vote in favor of witness testimony. But one of the GOP senators Dems were counting on, Tennessee Senator Lamar Alexander, he already said he's a no. A spokesperson for Senator Romney confirmed to The Hill that he's going to vote for witnesses, specifically to hear from Ambassador John Bolton. Bolton drew interest after excerpts of his upcoming book chronicled Trump's use of military aid to get Ukraine to investigate Joe Biden. Senator Susan Collins, she'll also vote for witnesses. She's from Maine. Here's why you should care. One holdout is Lisa Murkowski from Alaska. But even if she voted with her Democratic colleagues, it still might not be enough. The vote would be 50-50, and that would mean Chief Justice John Roberts, who's sitting in the president's chair, he would be on the hook to break the tie. We don't know what Roberts will do, but most people are guessing he'll abstain from a decision. If he does make a decision, that'll be the second time in 20 years the Supreme Court helped decide a president's outcome. If Republicans succeed in blocking witnesses, they most likely will move to acquit the president shortly thereafter. That could happen as early as tonight or Saturday morning. Front row seat to the lunacy and madness of a totally sick left. That's what President Donald Trump called the Iowa caucuses when he was in Des Moines last night, speaking in front of a crowd of his most enthusiastic supporters. The president won the Iowa caucuses 4 years ago, and that victory catapulted him to the Republican nomination. Nobody really ever touched the guy after that. But this year in Iowa belongs to the Democrats, and they've been fighting it out there for the #1 spot. We'll know the winner of the caucuses on Monday night. You can come back right here to Hill TV and see Crystal and Sagar's special coverage. As for President Trump, he did all the hits. Trump gave candidates nicknames. He brought up Hillary Clinton. He talked about the economy. And he even called the effort to oust him taking place in the United States Senate impeachment light. For the record, presidents are either impeached or not impeached. There have been 3 of them who have been: Andrew Johnson, Bill Clinton, and Donald Trump. The not impeached presidents, the 42 other men who've had that job. In addition to President Trump's Iowa visit, his campaign is blitzing the state heading into Monday night. Reports are that 80 officials will hit the state, including Vice President Mike Pence, who's already been on the ground, and a couple of cabinet secretaries. You should care about all of this because Donald Trump didn't just win Iowa in the primary campaign, he won it in the general election too. And how the president does in Midwest states like Iowa, Wisconsin, Minnesota, and Michigan, that could be the difference between winning and losing. The Trump administration is taking steps to roll back Medicaid. The Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services announced yesterday they would accept applications from states that want to cap federal spending on the social safety net. The block grants would not be mandatory for states to participate in and would not affect all beneficiaries, only adults under 65 who are not disabled. Here's how it works now. A state puts up the money to cover Medicaid, then the federal government matches that contribution based on the state's per capita income. That's according to the Medicaid and CHIP Payment Access Commission. This could dramatically change the way Medicaid functions, since there are currently no limits to the federal funding of the program. Now here's why you should care about all this. Conservatives have wanted to roll back Medicaid for a long time, and it's something the Trump administration has tried to do before by setting work requirements. They were ultimately stopped by the courts. The block grants could face similar scrutiny if they get taken up by the courts. One key component of the ACA, Obamacare, is that it expanded Medicaid benefits to cover more Americans. This move by the Trump administration signals they are still committed to cutting federal spending on health care. Maybe more people will pay more attention to this once the impeachment fight is over. Thanks for watching Hill TV on YouTube. Be sure to click subscribe and hit the bell so you know when we post new videos. And head to thehill.com for all the latest political news.